All right. So I just watched the debate between Piers Morgan and Mohammed Hijab on Palestine and Israel and the war that's going on, and I got sickened by it, and this is why I decided to record this letter to Piers Morgan. This is not just like a comment; it's a letter. If you have an ounce of honor, this is to you, because I don't know how did you consistently flip the terrorism question every time when it came to Israel's actions? You're defending the killings of over 1,000 Palestinian kids. Yes, you do. You keep saying 260 innocent civilians, but when it comes to thousands, literally thousands of innocent women and children, you say Hamas uses them, and it's a necessary evil. Except you didn't even use the term evil. Shame on you, Pierce. When an Israeli child is lost, you demand clear condemnation, and you get it. It's indeed abhorrent, loud and clear. We say this loud and clear. Even for just one child. I'm not gonna even ask you if you have other incidents. One innocent life is one too many. We say this loud and clear. What about the 1,000+ Palestinian children? Huh? Did you get that number? That's one followed by 3 zeros. And it's still counting. And unlike you, we're not basing this outrage on a single photo or a secondary source. We have countless live videos every day of Palestinian children dead or under rubble. And yet your main answer to a simple yes or no question is that Israel has the right to defend itself. And you're only questioning how many innocent lives, innocent children, is a proportional loss. Shame on you, Morgan. The hypocrisy of the Western media, man. It's astounding, man. Answer me this now. Do the families of those 1,000+ Palestinian children have the right to defend themselves now? To avenge their kids? And they'll use your lame journalistic approach that they confirmed that the IDF shelters behind civilian settlers or combatant even. Like we have videos of combatant civilians. I don't know how to say it. Like settlers with guns killing Palestinians. What now? What now? Would you justify this? If you don't do this, if you don't answer this, I'll ask myself a better question. How did I ever respect you as a journalist? Do you even view us as equal humans? I seriously want to know. Seriously. And ask yourself, would Israel take these actions, killing thousands of innocent lives, if there were 2.5 million white hostages? Or would they take a surgical approach, If Hamas are terrorists, why don't you consider the Gazan people hostages? Where shall they go? Egypt is not taking them, nor any other country. They're prisoners in a place the size of Detroit. Only 300% more populous. And why shall they flee their homes? Unless you consider all of them to be terrorists, even the babies, or you literally view them as less humans. And for the life of me, where are the reported deaths of Hamas militants? You claim that hospitals and schools and masjids are targeted because Hamas uses them or shelters behind them. Yet the casualties that we see are only civilians. Or at least 99% civilians. And you still question the proportionality? It takes you to kill 1,000 children just to get one or a few Hamas combatants. Even if I don't know if you even got them. It takes you 1,000 children to get to them, That if you get to them, Do you seriously sleep well at night with a clear conscience after questioning that? Let me pose a different question. What about those civilians? What about those civilians who heeded Israel's ultimatum to evacuate the north of the city, right? And to go to the south. And they had only 2 hours. They did so. They did so. And they were led into an ambush and subsequently bombed. They bombed them on the way. At least, please tell me that you gotta see this as a war crime. Come on, they bombed Ma'bar Rafah. They bombed the Rafah crossing, the border crossing. Huh? At least tell me that you see this as a war crime. At least. Come on, man. Like, if you're turning a blind eye to everything else, at the very least, how will you justify this in good conscience? Tell me, how would you return to your family, put your head on your bed, sleep through the night with clear conscience if you justify this? If you can justify this too, you and Jordan Peterson and the likes of you, what the hell is there left for us to discuss with you guys? How can you use such a horrific argument that echoes terrorist justifications? I've spent my life, I've dedicated my life to fight and push back against these narratives. And it's disheartening to see you echoing them. I swear to God, if it weren't a religious belief of mine, I swear to God, I would have just abandoned this fight, seeing as both sides seem to be in a race to the bottom. Because you and the terrorists, you deserve each other. You do. You truly do. You parrots Israel's narrative, and you sidestep the Palestinian perspective. At least answer me this. What's the reason? Why are you doing this? Is it like a secret religious belief of yours? Maybe like corporate or governmental pressure? Huh? Uncensored? Huh? Piers Morgan uncensored. Why does an Israeli... Answer me. Why does an Israeli life matter to you more than a Palestinian life? Are you secretly an Israeli? Huh? If you had like a personal stake in this, I would understand. I'd understand. I still not respect you. I'll consider you like an enemy. But I'd understand. However, coming from someone who claims fairness and honor, it's incomprehensible. If you demand direct answers about Israeli victims, you better also be ready to answer about Palestinian victims. If Israel can defend itself, then so can the Palestinians. If you label Hamas as terrorists, then so is the IDF. You cannot play both sides without being a blatant hypocrite. I know we won't get justice from you and from the whole Western world. I know this. But I'll tell you what, we will not forget. We'll teach your hypocrisy to our kids and echo it through generations. You don't care about us. You don't care about our lives. We're less humans in your eyes. And you know what? You shall get the same treatment from us. Why should we care about you? Don't you ever talk or come to preach to us about love and peace, huh? You or the other puppet of Israel, Jordan Peterson, when you were just horns for the oppressors. Don't you dare use the moral high ground on us again, or inquire why they hate us. We hate the likes of you because you're fucking hypocrites.